Bonjour everyone and welcome to this class. Let's start by sitting maybe cross-legged on a block. Find a comfortable seat for the next few minutes. And just slowly close down your eyes. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Crown of the head reaching upwards. Legs relaxed. Let your belly hang out and let's take a big inhale through the nose. And big sigh out. 2 more times. And one more. Now settle into your seat. Settle into your breath. And let's take a few minutes just to arrive on that mat. Let everything from the past go, whether it was this morning, this afternoon, yesterday. And just breathe into your nose and exhale out of your nose. Keeping a natural, steady breath. Filling up the belly, filling up the lungs. And every time your mind is wandering, just come back to your breath. Enjoying the stillness, the silence. Realizing that you have nowhere to be right now, but just here. Now gently open your eyes, bring movement in your hands, in the upper body. Keep a low gaze in front of you maybe. Right hand down towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, left hand high up. Exhale, bending over towards that right side. Reaching with that left hand, keeping shoulders in one line. Inhaling, reaching to the right. And exhaling, bringing that left hand down towards the left side. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, we bend over, this time to the left side. Still keeping both sit bones on the mat. You can look up, you can look down, whatever makes you happy. And then inhaling, reaching towards that left side. Exhaling, bringing that right hand down towards the right side. Now let's go for a twist. Left hand to right knee. Inhale, elongate that spine. Right hand behind your back. Exhale, twisting over to the right side. Maybe use your hand on that knee as a lever to go a little bit deeper. Slowly untwist, other side. Left hand behind your back, right hand to that left knee. Inhale, we elongate that spine. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Slowly untwist. If you're like me, have a block under your glutes, then just remove that block and slowly extend your legs in front of you, giving them a shake, making sure you're keeping your core engaged in all of the next poses. And for now, we're gonna bend the right leg And bring that right foot inside of the left thigh. And inhale, both hands high up in the air. Exhale, we're grabbing anything we can grab with a flat back at first. Really trying to elongate the spine first before folding forwards. And it is the beginning of the class, so be gentle. Maybe start by holding your ankle. And then maybe reaching for the toes and letting your head and neck go, bringing nose to your knee, relaxing that right leg, and keeping that left leg and left toes engaged. Slowly come up. Use your right hand to lift that right knee, and we're going to bring that right leg over the left and setting up for a twist. So bringing the right hand behind your back, left knee to outside of the right knee. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist over to the right side. Try to keep that right feet on the mat and the left leg still engaged, toes pointing towards your face. Again, be gentle, it is the beginning. So really breathe and feel the pose. See if you can go a little bit deeper. No worries if you can't. Keep breathing. And slowly untwist. Maybe a counter twist, both hands towards the opposite side. And then we're going to extend that right leg in front of us, back into those extended legs in front of us, giving us maybe a little shake in those legs. And then we're going to bring the right hand behind your back, and we're going to pivot. God, I love that word. Pivot on the right foot, on the side of that right feet, to come up straight into a side plank. So bringing that right hand under the right shoulder, and then left hand high up in the air. We're engaging the obliques, engaging the core. And then you can look up, you can look down. You could even lift that left leg, grabbing the left toes if you like. But we're staying here one more breath. If that is too complicated, knee on the mat is perfectly okay. And then slowly transition, bringing the left hand down to the mat, pivot the hips into a high plank. Well, hello there. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening. Bonjour, as they say in French. And from here, left hand in the middle of the mat, pivoting on that left foot, and then right hand high up in the air into that side plank on the other side. Left hand under the left shoulder, right hand high up in the air. Again, modify whatever modification you did. Maybe knee on the mat, maybe that right leg high up in the air. And then slowly bring those hips to the mat. Pivot for full 360, both legs extended in front of you. And from here, bend the left knee, bring that left sole of the feet into the right thigh. And then inhale, reach both hands high up in the air. Exhale, grab that foot, grab that ankle, that shin, whatever you can grab. And then slowly, with your exhales, come closer to your knee. And then slowly make your way up. Use your left hand to bring that left knee high up, hover it over the right leg. And then we're going to go for a twist. So that left hand goes behind your back, right elbow to the inside, outside of the left knee. And then inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, twist over to the left side. Still keeping the left foot on the floor and the right leg engaged, toes pointing towards me. And slowly untwist both hands to the opposite side, counter twist. And then both legs in front of you one last time. Give them a shake. Bend your knees, interlace your knees together, or your legs together, roll over on your knees. And we're going to go straight for puppy pose. Bringing your knees under the hips, keeping your back flat at first, as if you were in a tabletop. And then we're gonna reach forwards with the hands, trying to go as far as we can, keeping those hips right above the knees, and then bringing the chest closer to the floor, maybe resting on your head, your forehead. Really opening the shoulders, bending that spine. And then using your hand strength and your core, coming back up, setting up for your first down dog, maybe of the day, for sure first down dog of this class. Feet hip distance apart, bend your knees if you need to start with, send the hips high, and then push that ground away, keep your back flat, navel to spine, chest closer to the knees, relax the shoulders, trying to bring the elbows inwards, and slowly straightening those legs, walking that dog. One breath, one movement. And from here, bend your knees, look forward, step that right foot in between the hands, followed by the left into a halfway lift. Flat upper body, straight legs, exhaling, forward fold, ribs on your thighs, let the head go. Inhale, rising up, hands up to the ceiling, down to your heart. Let's go for a few sun salutations. Top of the mat, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we fold forwards from the hips. Inhaling into a halfway lift, straightening the legs, back flat. Exhaling, hands to the mat. We step one foot back, followed by the other. I'll let you choose which one. Straight into a high plank. Always the option, knees on the mat. Otherwise, from here, we slowly hinge forward, send the elbows to the back, and when they're 90 degrees, inhaling into that up dog, engaging the glutes, looking up, exhaling, downward dog. Send the hips high, bend your knees if you need to. One breath here. If you don't bend the knees, straighten the legs, and then feel those heels coming closer to the mat, and feel a stretch in the back of the legs. From here, bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat, flat back, exhaling, forward fold, and then rise up, hands up to the ceiling. We're going straight back down, hinging at the hips, inhaling, halfway lift, exhaling, hands to the mat, stepping back into a high plank. Still option with the knees on the mat, otherwise lowering down to that low plank, inhaling into an up dog, look up, engage those glutes, exhaling, downward dog. Again, one breath in your down dog, send the hips high. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump to the front of the mat, into that flat back. Exhaling into forward fold, and then slowly rising up, hands up to the ceiling, going straight back down for one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. We're stepping back into that high plank, lowering to low plank. Inhale is up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's stay in that downward dog for a few breaths. Coming back to your inhales and exhales. Steady breathing. You're still sending those hips high, pushing the ground away with the hands, relaxing the shoulders, letting them melt down your back. And then navel to spine, making sure you're bringing that chest closer to your knees. Down dog is definitely not a restorative pose. It is a high intensity pose. Now from our down dog, inhale, right leg high up in the air, keeping the integrity of your down dog. This time, bend that right knee, open the right hip, maybe bring movement into that right knee, warming up the hip sockets. And then back to a straight three-legged dog. Look forward and step that right foot in between your hands for warrior two. Pivoting that back foot, using your core to come up. And then bending, warrior two. Mani, what are you doing? So bending that right knee, keeping both feet into one straight line so that the middle of the back foot is in the same line as the heel in the front. God, that was difficult to say. And from that warrior two, sink into the pose, really engaging those inner thighs, hands into one straight line, and you're looking forwards. From here, straighten that front leg, bring that back foot a little bit closer, and we're gonna go for a triangle pose. So reaching forwards and bending into that triangle pose. You can use a block here, keeping the hips opened, left hand high up in the air, right hand maybe on the inside of your ankle, or then just grabbing a block, or maybe you just don't need a block, and that's fine. Really opening that left shoulder. Again, looking up, looking down, does not matter. And then this time, now you look down, pivoting those shoulders, pivoting those hips, bringing that back foot maybe a little bit closer, and then revolved triangle. So the block this time is on the outside of that right feet, left hand on that block, and then right hand high up in the air. We're twisting and opening the shoulders here. Try to keep your hips into one same level. Again, looking up, looking down, trying not to fall, really engaging that core. And then looking down, both hands framing that front foot. Again, if you want to use two blocks or two books or whatever, you can. Otherwise, just hinging forwards, keeping that right leg straight. And if this is way too difficult, you can still feel a deep stretch in the hamstrings with your right knee bent, wherever you are. And then engage that core, bring your hands to your hips, slowly make your way up, and then bring the left foot towards the top of the mat. And let everything go. Give your legs a shake, and we're gonna go for first extending the leg and then extending hand to your toes. So let's give you a side view. From here, inhale, right knee high up in the air. Bringing your hands to your hips. And again, we're gonna inhale, reach that right knee up. Exhale, extend that right leg. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, extend that right leg. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, extend that right leg a little higher. We can all go higher all the time. And then bringing that right knee up. Slowly bringing that right foot down to the mat, giving your legs a shake. You might need a strap for what we're about to do. A strap, a towel, a shirt. As you can see, I'm a terrible yoga teacher. I don't have a strap. So I'm going to use a shirt. You can also do it without your shirt. From here, inhale, right knee high up in the air. Exhale, we extend that right leg. And then we're grabbing it with the right fingers, those peace fingers. And then extending that right leg, keeping the left leg straight. If this is too difficult, towel, shirt, strap around the top of that foot, and then left hand to your hip, extending that leg, toes pointing towards your face, and then bringing that right knee up, and slowly letting everything go. Give your legs a shake, because I don't know about you, but mine are on fire right now. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So release of your shirts, top of the mat, inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, we fold forwards from the hips, inhaling, flat back, exhaling, hands to the mat, we step back into our high plank, lowering down to low plank, inhale is up dog, exhale, downward dog, inhale, Left leg high up in the air, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, open the hips, stacking the left hip on top of the right. Bring movement into the left knee, left hip socket. And then step the left foot for warrior two in between your hands. Right knee or right foot pivots. And then we're gonna come up in our warrior two, slightly adjusting the feet. So we have one straight line between both feet. And then shoulders right above the hip bones. And then looking forward, hands in one straight line. Sinking into your warrior two, engaging the inner thighs. And then inhale, we're going to straighten that front leg. Bring the back foot a little bit closer. And then going to a triangle pose. So reaching forwards, leaving the legs as they are, and then pivoting or bending over into that triangle pose. You can use a block, you can come way higher and still feel a good stretch, or come more down. Keeping those hips open, shoulders open. And then again, looking up, looking down. Doesn't really matter. And from here, now we're gonna look down. Bring that back foot slightly towards that right side, because we're going to pivot from here. So bringing that block on the outside of the left foot, and then right hand to that block, and inhale, left hand high up in the air, trying not to fall, really engaging the legs, your core, reaching high up with that left hand. And then both hands down to the mat. Again, you can use two blocks here. Slightly adjust, bringing your hips parallel to the front of the mat. And then both hands down on both sides of that left foot. Keeping that left leg straight if you can. Otherwise, slight bend. You can still feel that stretch in the hamstrings. Letting your head go. And from here, slightly bend your knees, left knee, bring your hands to your hips, and then use your core to come up. Bringing the right foot to the top of the mat, giving your legs a shake. And you know where we're going from here, hands to your hips, inhale, left knee high up. Exhale, we extend that left knee, keeping the right leg straight. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, extend that left foot, left leg, inhale. Left knee up, try not to fall. Exhale, bring that left foot in front of you. And then bringing left knee high up, slowly coming down to the mat. Grab that strap, that block if you need it. If you don't, bring that left knee high up in the air. And then extending that left foot, grabbing it. Grabbing the toe, that big toe, with the peace fingers, and then extending the left foot as much as we can, keeping the right leg straight, the upper body as straight as we can, toes are active, pointing towards you, and then slowly letting go of that leg, bringing your foot down, giving your hips a shake, anything that feels good, and then let's all come back to the top of the mat, and inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we fold forwards from the hips. Inhaling is halfway lift. Exhaling, hands to the mat, we step back into a high plank, lowering down to low plank. Inhale is up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take a few breaths in that down dog. If you want, you can go into a child's pose. Knees wide, sink the glutes into the heels. Reaching those hands forwards. Wherever you are, coming back to your breath. Steady inhales and exhales. And let's all make our way back into a downward dog. Just sending your hips as high as you can, heels close to the mat, really feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. We really want to lengthen the hamstrings today. From here, inhale, right leg high up in the air. Exhale, pigeon on that right side, bringing the right knee to the right wrist. Sending that left foot as far back as you can. And then settling in your pigeon, bringing chest to the floor, making sure you're not collapsing on one side or the other. And then we're going to stay here for a few breaths. And the reason why we're working on hip openers, hamstrings today, your core twist, is because we're going to go for a pose called the Baby Grasshopper. One of my favorites, because it's actually not that hard to do. As long as you're warmed up properly, you're good. So slowly make your way up in that pigeon, collapse on that right side, on that right glute, and then send the left foot to the front. And from here, we have that right knee bent. Use your right hand to bring that right knee high up. Slightly adjust if you want to fit in your mat like me. And then right foot above that left leg. And you're gonna slightly come on your left hip, bringing the left hand under your shoulder on that left side. Grabbing with that right hand the outside of your left foot, and then using core strength, the strength in your left arm and the strength in your left leg, we're gonna lift everything up into our baby grasshopper. You got this. So really working on the strength on that right leg, left hand on the mat, really strong too. And then it's all about sliding and coming up. Slowly make your way down. And if you ask yourself, wait, I cannot reach that right hand or that left foot with the right hand. Well, then you can just use a strap, use that shirt, grab that shirt with one hand and then lift it. So you can do it, no excuses. There's never any problems, there's just only solutions. From here, extend both legs to the front, give your legs a shake. For camera purposes, I'm pivoting. And from here, we're gonna make our way back to a pigeon, this time on the left side. So sending the right leg to the back, bending the left knee, and then slowly making your way up into that pigeon on the left side. Again, really reaching far to the back with that right leg, making sure it's straight, and then making your way down for that pigeon on the left side. Slowly make your way up. And then we're going to collapse on that left glute. Bring the right leg to the front. Use that left hand to lift the left knee. Bring it over the right leg. And then slightly adjust. Bring that right hand towards the right side. And then with that left hand, we're going to grab the outside of the right foot. And again, if you need, use a strap here. Not hard, just flipping that strap on top of the foot, and then grabbing that strap. Otherwise, if you're here, slowly make your way up into that grasshopper and stay there as long as you can. Keeping your breath, keeping your core engaged, that right leg and right toes straight, engaged, and then slowly making your way down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Bringing your legs in front of you, giving them a shake again. And from here, bend your knees, bring those knees up into Navasana. You thought I forgot. No, I did not. I love the boat pose. Bring your knees bent at first, engaging that core, palms of the hands facing each other, and then shoulders proud. And if you want, straighten that leg, those legs. Core strong. Then we're going to come down for 5, 4, 3, 2. My seconds are very long, I've never told you, but today is the first time I tell you. 1, 0.5, I'm kidding, let it go. Hands above the shoulders, full body stretch. And from here, bring your knees to your heart, to your chest, giving yourself a big hug, swaying from left to right. And then sending the left leg back, and then keeping the right knee into your chest. Bring that right knee over to the left side for supine twist. Looking the opposite side, maybe cactus arms. And then slowly untwist. Send that right leg away, bring the left knee into your chest. Give it a big hug. And send that left knee towards the right side. I like to interlace my legs into an eagle legs, so the stretch is deeper. And then keep your shoulders on the mat. And slowly untwist. This time we're grabbing the outside of the feet, swaying from left to right, keeping your lower back on the mat, so really tilting that pelvis. One last time. And then slowly letting those legs go, extending the legs in front of you. As wide as you want, as wide as feels good, hands far away from the body. And then take a big inhale through the nose. And big sigh out. Now let everything go and settle into your Shavasana. Lying down on the mat. Not judging anything else anymore. Just enjoying the benefits of your hard work. Letting your breath go. Melting into the mat. staying where you are. Slowly bring the awareness back to your body. Deepening your breath. And slowly bringing movements into your toes, your fingers. And then interlacing your hands above your head and having a full body stretch. And then bending those knees, bringing them into your chest, giving yourself a big hug. We cannot hug anyone else right now, so we might as well hug ourselves. And then slowly send both knees towards the right side. Stay a few seconds here. It is one of my favorite times in a yoga class. And then using the left hand, slowly make your way up. Siri talking to me. Making my way up into a cross-legged position. Still keeping your eyes closed. And then bringing both sit bones on that mat. Keep your eyes closed for just another few breaths. And then we all bring our hands to our hearts. Thank you so much for coming, or for watching this video and practicing with me. Have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you so much, people. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye-bye. Fucking Siri. Really?